What's up, guys? Now, in this video, I will continue practicing English. Basically, I will continue reading this document. If do you don't want to see how I am practicing English, and maybe do you want to saw what is the video that I am using to practice English? Is it basically I am practicing English? I will read this part of this document from page 4 to head. And basically it is one the video but in text. Yeah, think you can saw this video, Tusly ball on the healing powder of medicinal mushrooms. Yeah, then I will continue with it. Zero sugar in it, so it is safe for people who don't want sugar in their diet, and it makes it really easy to get sugar daily sugar. All you do is you take this and squeeze a little bit in your water or whatever else. It is that you happen to be drinking coffee, tea, smoothies, and there's your chaga for the day. So it took. I want to see if it is pronounced took. Okay, I have problem with it. I am lightening the words. It took.
Took.
Talk is different. It took us about 4.5 years to get through the FDA and Department of Public Health, because they are like, you are doing what and what's your process, and has anybody ever done this before? And how do you know it's safe? What do you mean you don't use a kill step? Kill step. You don't pasteurize this. Pasteurize.
Pasteurize.
Pasteurize this. How do you know it is safe? So we'll talk about that. I'd love for you to share some of the details that you told me about, the development process and the hardest the development process and the hardest, the testing and the stuff that you had to do, because it really don't matter, because it really doesn't matter. Think I think people would be interested to know how much went into bringing
Bringing.
went into bringing this to market. It is not just like it's not just like, hey, let's pick some mushrooms and then you just put them on the internet for sale. Well, the first thing that we uh, the first thing that we realized is that a lot of the products out there are powder, and powder is, from my history with being chemistry 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 chemistry
Chemistry.
a chemistry student at school before I got out of there. Was that power always an instruction from botanical?
Botanical.
From botanical. always starts out as a liquid extraction. You have to use a combination of solvents, polar and not polars, in order to get the compounds from the drier raw material that you are using. And then if you want a powder, you then have to dry the liquid solvent. And what that means is that you have to apply heat to work, or an example amount or an extreme amount of pressure for freeze drying, but nonetheless,
Nonetheless.
nonetheless, I want to see means, but nonetheless, nonetheless, you have to apply an additional process, and in that additional process, potential is lost. There's no question about it. It is just literally it's just literally chemical chemical. That is a chemical reality. You add an additional process, you are going to lose potency. And our research show that the most beneficial compounds, which are mushrooms and other functional mushrooms, are not polar. They're essentially terpenoids. Terpenoids. Oh my god, it is a really interesting word. Yep, terpenoids. Terpenoids. Wait, terpenoids. Okay, I will recheck. I will check that again later. Terpenoids. Terpenoids. They are fatty acids. Okay, here there are another interesting thing here. They are essentially their fatty acids they require are not polar solvent like ethanol, ethanol, ethanol,
Ethanol.
ethanol, ethanol, different,
Ethanol.
ethanol, or an oil, which we use is glycerin of coconut origin in order to remove gem from the raw material. But if you go over 105 degrees, they start degrading. Okay, it is interesting. They are essentially terpenoids, triterpenoids. They are fatty acids. They require not polar solvent, like ethanol or an oil, which we use is glycerin of coconut origin in order to remove them from raw material. But if you go over 105 degrees, they start degrading. They start deteriorating. Deteriorating is different. Start deteriorating. So for most people who are doing an extraction, and most of the products out there, if you take it up, what is your standard 30 label, which is 2015 degrees boiling, boiling, boiling,
Boiling.
boiling. And you're going to kill everything in it. Degrees, Fahrenheit degrees, or I don't know. I don't remember the another degree. Fahrenheit. I don't remember. Don't matter now. and you are going to kill everything in it. So we were we were like, well, we need to make a product that is not pasteurized, that is not sterilized. Okay, really interesting all these things. After I will check what is the paragraphs that I need to list. I don't remember it. Highlight, highlight,
highlight,
highlight is easy. Highlight. Need after I will check what is the words that I need to highlight. Highlight. Pasteurized that is not sterilized. So, are we going to control anything that might that, that might have come along for a ride, and anything that's wrong with the process? What? So how we are going to control anything that might have come along for the ride, and anything that's wrong in the process? And the Department of Public Health was like, well, well,
well,
well, well. How are you doing it? What what we realized in our journey in terms journey in with them was that if we could control the pH of sugar, the pH of sugar of the extraction, and the mushroom itself has antibacterial properties which kill all the pathogens,
pathogens,
pathogens. So we did a challenge study with US Davis, with US Davis,
Davis,
Davis, with Davis, with their microbiological lab, microbiological microbiological lab,
microbiological,
microbiological microbiological lab, with their microbiological lab, which was monitored monitored
monitored,
monitored by the Department of Public Health on behalf of the FDA, and it took us hundred thousands of dollars. And basically, over the course of a year, we proved that our extraction was capable to killing H. I don't remember this word, but E. coli, Chile coli. I remember in 7 days. It killed salmonella in 9 days. It killed botulism in 10 days. And of the hardest one to kill, as most people in the food business will tell you, is Listeria monocygotenes. Monocygotenes.
monocytogenes,
Monocytogenes is different. Cytogenes, sometimes it pronounced I, and sometimes it's pronounced E. It's really strange. And we killed Listeria in 14 days, and that was with a colony of 3,070 million Listeria. In a two ones, what means two ones? Okay, in two ones shots of our product, we killed it in 14 days. So at that point date, we proved our ability to deliver safe products. And so that's why part of our protocol is that once we complete that, about we have to keep it in quarantine or quarantine.
quarantine,
Quarantine.
quarantine,
Quarantine. We need keep in quarantine and hold on hold for 14 days prior to bottling, bottling, prior to bottling, bottling.
bottling,
Bottling is different.
bottling,
Bottling prior to bottling and distribution, because that's what our step is, instead of pasteurization or sterilization. That's really pretty amazing that the antimicrobial activity is so strong in chaga. Yeah, that kind of blows my mind really. Yeah, that kind of blows
blows,
blows
blows,
blows the kind of blows in my mind. Really, I love it. So why did you decide to do liquid versus just, let's say, first I need to highlight the part that was interesting for me. All this yeah, from here until here. Okay, I couldn't highlight. And what reason? There one message here. Okay, I want to try this part. Maybe to try. Okay, I believe that I needed to highlight in two parts. Yeah, I need to highlight it in parts. What's the problem? Grinding, grinding. I don't remember what is grinding. Grinding the mushrooms. Grinding, grinding, grinding,
grinding,
grinding, grinding the mushrooms into powder and selling a powder. Well, so there are some mushrooms and another functional mushroom that can be digested in raw or powdered
powdered,
powdered in a raw powder form. Lion's name is one of them. You can eat lion's lion's mane, lion's mane, lion's mane. Ooh, interesting word here. Lion's mane. You can eat a lion's mane, and your body will digest it. Your body will digest it. Cordyceps, cordyceps, the same saying. Chaga, however, is indigestible to our system. Indigestible, I believe.
indigestible,
Indigestible to our systems. If you eat raw chaga, this is a chaga mushrooms. If you take this and grind it down and you eat, it's going lodge, going to
lodge,
lodge. The native people prepare it and consume in Alaska. Okay, I could understand. It's going to end up with, okay. If you eat raw chaga, this is a chaga mushrooms. If you take this and write it down, and you eat going to lodge in your digestive system. It's going to end up in your kidneys, and you'll get kidney stuff. How did the native people prepare it and consume in Alaska? So we're fortunate enough to meet with elder
elder,
native elder, one of parts of our harvest that were up there. It's going to end in your kidneys, and you will get kidney stuff. I need to translate it. Okay. This is interesting. It's a woman's. It's a woman's who's she's a tribal elder of the. It's a woman who's she's a tribal elder of the Agache tribe, or this more a confederation of tribes, not
tribes,
tribes, tribes, because each village of is their own little tribe, but they are part of a nation. So she's part of the Agache nation, and she shared us some of the secrets for how they extract. They do 5 different types of extraction for different purposes. So they make the tea. Their first use with it is that they'll make a tea, and that tea is used for energy and for additional immune boosting properties, while the men are the hunt. That's essentially the energy tea. And so that if you understand that specifically focus, so they make a tea, and they use it with that. They make a tea. They first use it with it is that they'll make a tea that is for energy, immune boosting properties. Okay, this part is interesting also. They are energy tea, and so that if you understand that specifically focusing. Okay, I need to stop one moment. I had problems here. Basically, I need to stop.